I'm pretty washed up right now. I'm not riding a ton.
I don't think you know what washed up means, brother.
So is Ev. What's it like when you're riding in the middle of the pack on an interstate highway?
I'm going to throw like a nasty no-hander. And the next thing you know, I'm like under my bike going 50.
You're still Zach, but like it seems like you're in such a better place.
I was not acting like myself. I don't really like the attention. And I just realized I didn't want to do it.
So what's next?
If you don't want to build a website from scratch, Shopify gives you that leg up from day one with hundreds of beautiful, ready-to-go templates to express your brand style. And I promise you guys, Shopify is the answer to your website and online sales needs. If you want to see less carts being abandoned, it is time for you to head on over to Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period and start selling today at shopify.com/wideopen. Go to shopify.com/wideopen. That is shopify.com/wideopen. I just know the Turbo Turtle 205 is going to be so freaking stoked for this podcast.
The turtle?
Turbo Turtle 205 has commented on every single podcast we have ever posted. Let's get ZackGoes on the podcast.
Dude.
And here he is.
Let's
go.
ZackGoes, dude. The last time you were here, I think was what, 2021? It's been 4 years.
There.
Was the last time you were here, Zach. You know, I want to say you were our first YouTube collab. You're the first creator we ever met, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. Our first YouTuber friend.
Yeah.
What's crazy, too, is when the last time you were here, we had just set up the podcast studio, and we had the original desk set up, and we were still waiting on, like, a couple things to come in, so we couldn't film a podcast, but we sat down on the podcast studio, and we just, like, ran, like, a dry run of, like, all right, this is how it's going to go.
The practice run.
Yeah, the practice run.
I'd be scared to hear what we talked about.
Yeah, dude. God, I just want to say I'm so proud of you, man, where you're at today. You're still Zach, but, like, it seems like you're in such a better place.
I feel good. That's for sure. I mean, talk about proud of me. You guys. Every time I come here, there's a new shop. There's freaking 30, 50 new toys sitting around. Like, seeing the evolution of where you guys were and where you are now. Like, I can distinctly remember even 4 years ago when I came here, like, hanging out. I remember being like, oh, this is, like, a lot more, like, there's more of a schedule here. It's getting more structured because the first time, dude, it was in the old shop. I remember I showed up. I didn't even tell anyone.
I know.
Yeah, I called Ben. I was like, yo, I need the code to get in the shop. He was like, what? And we went in and woke up Micah.
Yeah, that was the good old days, dude. The very first shop. So we would have been, I think, still in school at that time.
Yeah.
Wouldn't we have been? So we would be maybe in school during the week. And I remember you just pull up. You and your filmer, Jaunt.
Yeah.
We called him Jaunt. His name was John.
Yep,
but
yep.
everyone from Philly says Jaunt.
It's actually John. But at that time, I was a Jaunt guy.
Jaunt.
Yeah, I still don't understand that whole thing, but
anyway, so like you guys would pull up and just crash at the shop.
Yeah.
Stay on the couch for like a month straight sometimes.
It was never a month, but
it was damn near.
It was
and it would get to the point where Zach shows up to the shop and he's like, yeah, man, we're filming these videos. And you stay there for a month and we're like, Zach, are you going to film a video? Or what are you doing?
I definitely got plenty of videos filmed here that are still sitting on hard drives.
Really? You have unpublished?
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Whoa.
2019, that'd be almost 6 years ago.
The first time I came up here, it probably was around that time. I remember one of the first trips, like I uploaded like the part 1, and I call it the G Drive Massacre. I had like this giant G Drive. It was like a 4 terabyte, whatever, and it like locked up one day. And I contacted G Drive, like, and they're like, oh, no, like, and it was under warranty, and they were gonna pay like $5-6 grand to have all the data recovered. They sent me a slip. I like put it in a box, took it to the post office right away. A few weeks later, I called the data recovery company, like, hey, like, you know, where's this at? They're like, I don't think we got it. Let's check the tracking number, and it was never scanned in. They sent me a FedEx label. I just dropped it at the USPS office, just like not thinking about it. And I went back to the USPS office, like, hey, where's this at? Like, oh, don't worry, like, this happens all the time, like FedEx labels, like it'll be out by the end of the week. And I'm like, well, this was like 2 weeks ago. And the lady went back for like 5 minutes, probably like went on her phone, like had a salad, came back and was like, yeah, couldn't find it. So
what?
Yeah, it was like tons of footage on there.
How many videos do you think were on it?
I think I have more videos either lost in that and unpublished than I do on like YouTube.
Jeez, dude, that had to have taken the wind out of your sails.
Yeah, that was like the first time I rode with Brian 636. I had that video on there. And like, there's a video up with you guys, and like, it's like part 2 coming soon. I have like a sneak peek, and that footage is
never
like,
came.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah. I want to add some context to who Zach is and how we became friends and how we've known each other for 8 years now. We probably met back in 2017.
Yeah, it was
That's
like
nuts.
2016, or it would have been 2017. Yeah.
Yeah. So Zach was one of the first YouTuber friends that we made in this YouTube community, and he is like the originator of moto vlogging. So if you guys have seen somebody riding wheelies down the street where you never see their face and all you see is just GoPro footage and doing crazy wheelies in the middle of Philly or New York or LA, it's more than likely one of Zach's videos.
And I was not the originator of moto vlogging.
You were not, but you were one of the first guys to bring it like to YouTube and kind of go mainstream with it.
I would say that, Do It With Dan, Jake the Garden Snake, freaking Motonosity. There were like a lot of guys beforehand. I was like, my niche within that niche was I was like 15-year-old kid riding a dirt bike, just being an idiot. And that was like my niche. Yeah.
On the street, because that's how it is in Philly, the bike life.
That's right.
So, like, can you take it back to almost the beginning? So, like, when did you start doing YouTube? When did you start the dirt bike stuff?
I mean, the first YouTube video I uploaded was like 06, 07. Like, but that was like not ZackGoes. That was like a different channel. It was like with my brother. Like, I was super early on into YouTube, and I saw the whole gaming thing happen. I had like a gaming channel for a little bit. That's why I really learned how to like post and edit and stuff. And then I found the Do It With Dan, the Jake's the Garden Snakes, riding motorcycles. I'm like, dude, this is sick. And, I know how YouTube works is back then, at least, if there's like a niche of people, not many people making videos, they kind of grow together. And I saw the moto vlogging as that. And then riding the dirt bike, being a younger kid doing it at the time, that would kind of bring it up. So I did that.
And how old were you?
15.
So you started making these moto vlogs when you were 15 years old. You originally had just like a pit bike, SSR, dirt bike, right?
I never rode a motorcycle in my life until I worked at like a pizza shop. I actually still work there sometimes. I'll pick up shifts on Fridays. I saved up, had enough money, bought a dirt bike, bought a GoPro. And I literally, like my first video, I'm like still figuring out how to shift the gears and stuff and like just trying to figure it out. I remember I downshifted and like the back tire, I was like, is that engine braking? I don't know if that's like a more expensive, like I don't think this has the feature. Like, no, started there with the SSR 125. Just started with the parents being like, you got to stay in the yard. And then,
yeah, that lasted long.
Yeah, no, not long.
And then went to the neighborhood, and then went to the county roads, and then eventually,
riding with the pack.
Yeah.
My favorite thing would just be to go ride and then like get lost and have to like GPS home. Especially when I got my WR250R street legal motorcycle. It's like a dirt bike still though, because that was the loophole in Pennsylvania. You turn 16, you get your permit to drive a car, but you'd also get it to drive a motorcycle. Not allowed to have passengers on a motorcycle, so I could go kind of solo, and I would take it to school.
Yeah, you could go anywhere with it.
Yep.
Didn't need your parents in the car with you.
No, it's actually, you're not allowed. I might have gotten a ticket for having someone on the back.
So initially, you were doing just the GoPro, and I remember you never showed your face.
Yeah.
And why was that?
I think part of it was I didn't want to, but also like kind of I don't know, it was just like a good vibe. And then I was at VidCon, I don't even know, 2017 maybe-ish. And I met some random dudes, part of the Goonies Grom Squad out there. And like they just threw me and my buddy Jack a bike, and we went ripping around. We went to Laguna Beach. It was just such a vibe. And like I felt so connected, and I was like, I just need to do it. Screw it. Like I'm doing it. So I'm walking around like the pool of the Airbnb that we rented one room in. So it was like a family.
Not even the whole house?
No, not even the whole house. We had like one room. I remember that was the face reveal. And like some of my top videos are literally just like vlogs from like kind of high school times. Like graduation, I think did good, stuff like that.
The face reveal. I remember that.
Yeah.
ZackGoes showed his face. Holy crap.
Yup.
So when did you go from riding a dirt bike normally to being like one of the greatest wheeliers?
I would not put me up there, but
but you can dance around on the seat. Like everyone watching knows that Evan is a great wheelier. ZackGoes is probably twice the wheelier Evan is.
I would say triple.
Thank you. The first day I rode the motorcycle, I was popping wheelies on it. I was dropping the clutch and just trying to figure it out. Like the first video, you can see me just like trying to figure it out. And I don't know, man, just practice makes perfect. I mean, I've probably wrecked a motorcycle. It sounds really bad, but I'm talking like 110 in the yard, loop it out. I mean, it's got to be hundreds of times. So.
You're just good at crashing then.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I'm still, all my legs work, all my arms work. I'm doing pretty good.
Did you ever get seriously hurt on the bike? Like any broken bones?
I broke my back.
Yeah.
That was a scary one.
Yeah. No, that sucked.
You almost went over the guardrail on that bridge, I remember.
Yep, that was nuts.
Like, it's pretty crazy of a story just to be like a person on YouTube and then make it on YouTube. and, you know, have over 1 million subscribers. Like, that's normally someone's whole story, but you've lived like so many different lives, and there's been multiple different eras of ZackGoes. So like, obviously you had the YouTube channel and you were grinding that for probably a while. I mean,
that was full time, like probably close to 7 years, give or take.
Yeah.
Last February was 10 years of like the first video I uploaded on ZackGoes. And I actually prepared a montage and I didn't finish it. Like I downloaded all my videos and I put them on a timeline and I was like, I'm going to get like the best moments. And I would go through it and I probably it was like 8 hours long after I'd cut everything. So I had to go through again and I dropped the ball on that, I'll be honest. There's a guy, someone commented on my first video ever, like, yo, where are you? And I like commented back. I'm like, yo, like new video in a week. And I was like, I think about that guy sometimes.
Still waiting.
Left him hanging.
Still waiting.
Well, no, I like replied back like, sorry, dog. Like, a bit, you know, but I thought it'd been a cool like 10 years or whatever, but we'll see.
So what do you think kind of happened with, like, I remember I almost kind of watched it firsthand.
Yeah.
As far as you went from posting consecutively to, I mean, you're literally at our shop and then you're just not posting and we're posting and we're still filming.
So we were in the grind of it together.
Yeah.
But you were always way bigger than us.
But he was already what one would consider pretty successful.
Yeah.
We were at probably 200K subscribers.
It was grinding, and towards, I'd say, like the thick of it, there wasn't ever a schedule, but it was like I didn't want to just upload a video because I needed to upload. I was like, when ZackGoes drops a video, you're going to click on it. Because if I like upload a mid video, people click on it, you know, they'll click on it, they'll watch it. I have a good reputation, but I'm like a couple of those, then, you know, when you click on a video and it's you know, when I drop a banger, people aren't going to click. So it was like very like, when I drop a video, it's got to be a banger. And of course I've had ones that aren't, but like I have to think it's going to be and think it's worth watching. So I was pretty anal about just the editing and everything like that. And then towards the end, it was just like I'm watching it and you watch something over and over again, like you can't tell if it's interesting or not. And like people are getting bored of the wheelies. And basically I was overthinking the editing, and I had a couple of different editors I tried with. Some of them worked, but none of them really stuck around for the long haul. Kip was here. Kip did a great job editing, but it just wasn't like really what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
And it just got to the point, because I remember I didn't upload it wasn't a long, it was like maybe some months or something like that. And I was like, I thought I was lazy. I like couldn't get myself to do it. And I came here. I was on like I call it the 10-week, 10,000 mile road trip, where I started in Florida, went through Texas, Arizona, back through Los Angeles, up through Joshua Tree, broke down in Green River, Utah. And then I was here. And at that time I was uploading, and we filmed the video. You guys uploaded yours. Of course, I didn't upload mine. And I don't think I uploaded after I came here last. Maybe I did. Either way, it was pretty close. And what I realized was that was my last ditch effort. I was like, I'm uploading every week. I'm either going to do this or I'm going to find something else to do. And I couldn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't find a way to do it. And what I've realized since is like being a YouTuber is hard. And in order to do it, you have to want it. Every single bone in your body has to want it. And I had been doing it for over 5, 6, whatever, 7 years, riding motorcycles around the country, you know, risking my life, possibly freedom.
Yep.
And I've been on rides where like people are getting seriously hurt, you know, where people had passed away. And at the bottom of it too, I also didn't really want to be a YouTuber. Like I didn't like all the attention. Like when I was on these rides and like, you know, we'd go out to bars, whatever. And like, I remember being younger and like guys were buying me beers and I'm like, oh, guy buys me a beer. I got to talk to him now, you know, this. And I was like, God, like, I just didn't like that energy of like, I don't know if you like me or you just want like to be close to me because I have like these like I couldn't tell, and I didn't like that energy. And it was kind of like, I can't ride like this forever. I don't really like the attention. I'm getting burned out on editing, and I just realized I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
And it, you know, being a YouTuber, it's hard. And you guys have a great team and you kill it. And it's awesome to watch. I just realized I was like, it's just not for me. I did it to the best that I could. I got to a level where I got a taste of kind of a lot of the things that come with it. You know, you can make good money, the fame, the attention, the connections. Like I got it all, and I was like, I just doesn't seem like something I want to do long term. And maybe in 5 years from now I'll be back at it full, but I don't think so. I think I stopped it and I accepted. I'm like, I'm not doing this, and I felt way better.
Yeah.
Really felt happier, like emotionally.
100%. Yep. Yeah, I actually went back. Because the time I was just sitting there, I mean, YouTube money's still coming in. I just wasn't doing anything. I'm like, and then I started working at the pizza shop down the street again. And I'm like, kind of like, oh, like just feeling better. And I just, just wasn't for me. I mean, I still love riding. And it's funny, I still like filming. Like, I like the filming, the production. I like telling the story, but it's like all the other stuff that just kind of gets in the way.
In the headspace that you're in right now, like, just, I mean, in the hour that you've been here, like, you are just such a different person than you were the last time that we hung out, right? Dude. You're just way more motivated. You're way more dialed in and calculated.
Focused.
You're focused.
Now.
Yeah, you're smiling now.
Happy.
And do you think that would make, going back to being a YouTuber easier or better?
I think it could. If I made a run at it, I could maybe figure it out, but it's also just like the end goal. Like when you're editing and maybe you're like kind of frustrated or bored, like you need that thing under you, like that fire, that want, that desire to take it to the highest level. And that when I do something, I like doing it to the highest level. And like, it was that like, well, I don't even really want to, it was like kind of that. So it's possible, but.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, man. It sounds probably ridiculous to the viewer saying like, oh, I just couldn't get myself to do it. But it is extremely hard being a YouTuber. It's harder than you would imagine. That's why to be at a high level and actually putting out quality content consistently, it's just, I mean, it's a grind.
Absolutely.
And even with our team now, it is a grind. We have like, 22 employees? We have all these people in place and systems to try and make it easier. And it is significantly easier than it was back in the day, but still stressful, still a grind. I don't really blame you. I don't really blame you at all. Like, that's a good enough answer for me. And I mean, we watched it firsthand. You just were over it. You're just like, we're unmotivated, but you were still hanging, which was cool. But
when I saw you guys, I think I was like after also like a string of concussions. So I was like also out of it in that sense. There was a portion where I was like, I look back at now and I'm like, that I was not acting like myself. So I remember last time I was here, like I think back to it. I'm like, thanks for having me back, guys.
Yeah. No, you're chill, man. It seemed like in those days you got a little bit more wild and unpredictable.
That's a great word.
Yeah, unpredictable is probably the best word, but like when we first met you to then, I guess the last time we saw you in 2021, it just seemed like you were just getting more and more unpredictable. And that's why I just said at the beginning of the podcast, like, I'm just so I'm super happy to see.
Appreciate that.
And just like right away, like when we just saw each other downstairs for the first time, you can just tell you're just doing so, like, you're a completely different person. So I mean, man, it's just cool. It's cool to see.
No, it's cool just seeing everyone dapping everyone up, and then a lot of the new guys too that I met for the first time.
Shopify is here to make your life easier as a business owner. If you're selling online, seriously, what are you guys doing and waiting to get started? Shopify wants to help you create the website of your dreams. And for just $1 a month using code WIDEOPEN, you can. You guys can get started and make some. But we built CboysTV.com on Shopify, and it makes it easy to make changes. Go check out our website. We just dropped a bunch of new products for our new giveaway, and they have great analytics to track sales, tools to help freshen up the look, and it makes it easy to collect sales from all over the world. If you don't want to build a website from scratch, Shopify gives you that leg up from day one with hundreds of beautiful, ready-to-go templates to express your brand style. And I promise you guys, Shopify is the answer to your website and online sales needs. If you want to see less carts being abandoned, it is time for you to head on over to Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period and start selling today at shopify.com/wideopen. Go to shopify.com/wideopen. That is shopify.com/wideopen. Running a business is a complex task, but not all of it has to feel complex. It's time to get some help, some smart, simple, and reliable help. Support for today's episode comes from Square, the easy way for business owners to take payments, book appointments, manage staff, and keep everything in place and running. Square has built-in tools like loyalty and marketing to help you connect with your customers and reward them for showing up again and again. And whether you're selling lattes, cutting hair, detailing cars, or running a design studio, Square helps you run your business without running yourself into the ground. And I've seen Square use firsthand. Our favorite local pizza spot, Zorba's, uses Square. And every time I walk in, it feels smooth. No fumbling for cash. No waiting forever for a receipt. I tap, I pay, and I can add a tip right on the screen. It makes paying easy, and I love it. And with Square, you can sell wherever your customers are, whether it's at a pop-up behind a counter or online. It syncs in real time and helps you manage inventory, track sales, and even reward your loyal customers. It's sleek, it's simple, and it saves business owners hours every single month. And with Square, you get all the tools to run your business with none of the contracts or complexity. And why wait? Right now, you can get up to $200 off Square hardware at square.com/go/wideopen. That's SQUARE.com/go/wideopen. Run your business smarter with Square and get started today. Kind of like looking at bike culture now. Are you still involved in it?
I am. I don't know how much I can say, but I'll say that I've been in contact with an organization in Japan that is funded by one of the big Japanese motorcycle brands. And over the past few years, they've been researching Bikelife and like trying to just learn more about it and stuff like that. And I did an interview with them. I don't know exactly what they're going to do with it, but there is big Japanese manufacturers looking into it and at least researching it, trying to learn more about it. Is this a viable market?
Because they like it?
I mean, here's the thing. How many videos can you see people doing wheelies on the internet all across the world? They're like, wow, we're making these dirt bikes for jumps and motocross or trail riding or whatever, but people are using them to wheelie. Mm-hmm. What if we market it towards the people that also like to do wheelies?
Makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, does make sense.
But I mean, there's definitely some risk with it. And, you know, you promote a bike to do wheelies and a kid, you know, is wheeling on the street, gets hit by a car, loses his leg. Like I think it's like a weird thing, but they're looking into it. So
interesting.
So what was your involvement in that?
I mean, I had met one of the guys at a supposed to be wheelie competition in New York City, leaking the Bike Star through it. And I met the guy there. The cops ended up shutting it down for permits or something. I don't know exactly what happened, but
was it one at a track though?
No, it was in New York City, rented out a parking garage. So on the top, it wasn't a big
sick.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. I literally at that time I don't remember what bikes I had, but I didn't have a big bike, and I was I was talking to my buddy Jay Nasty. I'm like, yo, dude, can I rent your 450? He's like, I don't know, dude. I was gonna sell it. I was like, I just bought it. I was like, all right, I'll buy it. I need a bike for this. That's the bike I have today. That was 4 or 5 years ago or something like that. Yeah, it got shut down. I started the guy would DM me once in a while, and I remember for a while I didn't have Instagram on my phone. I had an old phone that wasn't activated. I'd have all my socials on there. So that way I couldn't get distracted. I'd be on my main phone, check emails, whatever. If I wanted to indulge, I'd go on my extra one.
Interesting.
And I was looking in the DMs, and it was I was like, who the heck's this guy? And I click on it, and it's hey, we're flying with a crew from Japan. We're going to be in New York all week. And I got him to come down to me. And I mean, had a good interview. It's probably 2-3 hours.
Wow.
Do you think that the bike life scene is still as big as it was?
Yes, it's probably bigger.
Really?
Especially with the e-bike stuff coming out. You could say that's not core bike life, but it's a form of bike life for sure.
A little bit more discreet.
Yeah, no, you get away with a lot more. But I'm also seeing a lot of stuff on Facebook of police departments taking a picture of a kid on a Sur-Ron doing a wheelie. Have you seen this kid trying to crack down on
crack?
They
I've been seeing
hate e-bikes. They might hate e-bikes.
So
I think they might hate e-bikes more than they hate dirt bikes.
I agree.
Police departments, because I see a bunch of stuff about it too, and it's just the classic police department TikTok of being these are illegal.
Yeah.
These are illegal. And it's just a little electric bike. I'm relax, dude. What's it doing? Ripping up a little bit of grass here and there?
Hey, man, don't rip anything on the pavement. Just drive it there.
Well, that too. Yeah, so you think it's bigger now?
I think so. I mean, I think it's always growing.
Even with the crackdown?
Man, it's always around. It's worldwide. It's hard to measure it on a scale.
They've been trying to crack down on bike life since I was a little kid. I remember watching with you, Ben, just Baltimore City and news reports of they're chasing these big groups of guys on dirt bikes and banshees ripping wheelies in the street. They can't catch them. They can't do anything about them. And I remember before we started YouTubing, I used to watch so much of that shit up on just on YouTube. You'd watch videos like that, and I don't think that you can post stuff like that on YouTube anymore, can you?
That was another thing. The demonetization was getting brutal, and it was I either had to make the shift of more family friendly and kind of follow more rules, or just not. And I just felt I felt like a debt to the bike life community. I'd grown so big through it, and just to switch it up kind of felt it just didn't feel right is what it was.
Didn't feel core.
No. And it's what am I going to make? I mean, you guys make sick videos and you're pretty green? Do you get like kind of harmful and dangerous acts?
We're always green.
Always green.
If we go yellow, it's a fucking catastrophe.
Oh,
man.
I can
We got so
imagine.
much money invested in it. It's a bad deal.
No, I bet. But that was tough. And I think there's ways to get around it where like the first 15 seconds matters a lot. But like my videos, like I would put the bang, 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 like just get them hooked. And it just felt like that was another part of it.
Yeah, I think they did start cracking down because, I mean, you just never see videos like that anymore of just riding down the street.
You've seen what Sarancer's doing on the e-bikes?
That's true.
He's ripping on the street.
You're right.
He's
You're
killing
right.
it.
Sarancer's the modern day ZackGoes.
Yeah.
I think that you paved that path for him.
And, you know, it's funny you say that because I was talking to him on the phone like a month ago, and I forget what I was calling him about something. He was like, by the way, he's like, if you hadn't have done what you'd done, I would not be doing it. He is like he hasn't done his face reveal or anything. So he's like the newer version. If I would have been what I'm doing then now, I'd be close to Sarancer with the e-bikes and stuff. Because that's the new niche, man. I mean,
people love that.
It's huge now, but I remember when the Suron first came out, it was kind of like, I don't know. What was it called? Like the Segway too?
I don't know.
I did a brand deal with him, dude. The Segway.
There's so many
different brands.
There's so many.
Yeah, dude. They never paid me or sent me a bike. I was pissed.
Oh shit.
Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the e-bikes, I agree, are overall better. Like, it's going to be much more accessible for everyone. It's probably better because it's not making noise.
Yep.
All that. And it is under the radar, but there's nothing cooler than a guy on a two-stroke just ding, 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 ripping it at 12 o'clock.
When
like
you're trying to
through
dip
traffic.
away and your battery's dead. Oh, shit.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. But, like, that's so cool, man. I mean, maybe where we got the idea to start doing wheelies and stuff back in the day was just watching those kind of videos. I mean, obviously you wanted a wheelie, but...
Bro, I'll never forget when you and I were watching the Baltimore videos down in your basement and just be like, these are insane.
Nuts. This is nuts. We'd never seen anything like it.
Chino, remember Chino?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Who else was
he's still
there?
a legend though, isn't he?
Absolutely.
There's Dirt Bike Rel.
Yep.
Rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
There was a bunch of different guys. I can't think of them now, but...
Benedon.
Yep.
Absolutely.
What do you think? Have you been to his events? Like his track days?
Yeah, I went to one. It was cool.
Pretty lit?
It was wild. It was a good time. Like
I would love to check that out.
Yeah, and it was cool because like normally like at like dirt bike tracks, like I've been to them and like done jumps and stuff, and in the pits like there's no wheeling at all. But there it was like everyone was just like it was also the track, which was so cool.
What's it like when you're riding in the middle of the pack down the streets of Baltimore and everyone is wheeling and you're on an interstate highway?
So I've never rode in Baltimore, and I wouldn't say I've ever allegedly, yeah, riding with a bunch of guys, being in the pack. It's like one of my like safe places, if that makes any sense, which is very ironic. But it's just like everyone's around and you hear all the different bikes, and it's like you look over here and like there's someone doing it over here. There's a guy on a Harley doing a burnout. It's just like I don't know, man. It's so
madness. It's
so cool because when you're with a level of riders where like everyone kind of has an idea of what they're doing, it's like my favorite thing to do is like start in the back of the pack, you know, with everyone not really wheeling, pop it up, and then just kind of make my way up through the front. And it's just like you kind of see someone like, all right, this guy's doing that. Okay, I could see what his body language, like especially some of my friends, like Brian 636 or Seabear, when we were riding, I could tell by their like body position, oh, he's about to like come back and scrape, or he's about to do this or that. So it's cool to like kind of read everything and get through there, and it's so much fun.
How many gnarly wad ups have you seen in the when someone's in the middle of the pack and it takes out people surrounding
I've
them?
been one of them, man. I was in St. Louis one time, and I remember there was like someone taking photos, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna throw like a nasty no-hander. This is when I was starting to get them on lock, and I hit it, and it just kind of like, and the next thing you know, I'm like under my bike going 50, and freaking coming out. And I've had a couple things where like it's affected other riders, but for the most part, it hasn't. It was funny. There was another guy in the pack, and he was just like motovlogging, like, hey man, there's ZackGoes, here he goes. And then I crashed. He was like, oh no, Zach.
What does the road rash look like when you end up underneath your bike going 50?
It hurts. It hurts. I think I had a tire mark on me too. I mean, it's road rash, and I have like a bunch of scars. I don't have any tattoos, but I'm like, I just get free like tattoos, you know, they're all memories.
Dude, road rash is the worst.
I mean, it's better than
like
a broken bone.
It's a different kind of pain though. It's just like a burning, constant, uncomfortable pain.
It hurts when it's healing.
It humbles you, you know. What my trick was always, if it really hurts, I just think like, imagine what it would feel like if someone took a dagger and put me in the stomach. Like that would hurt way worse than this.
Yeah, I guess that's one way to look at it.
Yeah. At least I didn't get stabbed. Yeah.
So do you still ride? Are you still riding?
Yeah, I still ride. I got a 110, 450, KX85. I got a little KLX 125. It's like an old trail bike, kind of like the TTR vibes. Actually, it was the first dirt bike I ever saw.
Really?
So living in, my house growing up, like the neighbor had a dirt bike. He'd ride up and down the street. And like I always wanted one. Parents like, no, it's expensive. You'll hurt yourself. Thank God they didn't give me a dirt bike, dude. I was hurt myself enough on a bicycle and a skateboard and stuff like that. But the father had passed away, and I went to the celebration of life. It was just next door, and I popped over, like looking nice, like pants and a button-up shirt, and everyone was like, it was supposed to be casual. But I talked to him, and they'd seen like the videos. He talked about riding dirt bikes, and a couple of days later, he knocked on my door like, hey man, like, you want it? And I was like, oh yeah. And it was the first dirt bike I ever saw. It's not running, but I want to get it up one day.
That's cool.
But yeah, still riding. I got a little pitter track in the backyard. I ride that around, and I got the 450. I'll find like a good place to ride that once in a while. Oh, I've been doing those shows too.
Yeah,
I've been driving monster trucks, like giving rides, and they'll put me in the show as like ZackGoes, like here ZackGoes, and I posted the last one, but I don't usually post it. But people be stoked to see me there. They're like, dude, what the?
Yeah, did not expect to see you here. I'm sure.
Yep. So that's been a good time too. Riding a lot of the shows.
You got to show them what you're doing at the shows.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So there's two things I do. One is like just kind of going as ZackGoes and wheeling, and it's kind of tough because it's like either mud or sand, and I'm in a 450. I actually put knobby tires on it. The first time this bike has ever been in the dirt.
Wow.
It was on the show. Yeah.
It's a big switch up for
No.
you. You used to shave the knobs off it back when we were, right?
Well,
Or
you
would,
ride
like,
it
wear
off,
them
or I
down?
had like street tires
Yeah.
too. But so that's the one thing. But the other thing I've been doing, it's called King Kong Knievel. And basically, after the FMX riders go, there's they have that giant inflatable landing. You guys got a couple now. And when they like bring it down, they need something to fill the spot. What I would do is I dress up in a gorilla costume, and I would come out like, try to get down on all fours, and I'd like pull this guy out of a golf cart, steal a golf cart, whip the golf cart around, and like all the kids go crazy.
Just pop up the video.
Yeah, I'm working
Pop
on
up the
pulling it
video.
up here.
It's hilarious. Is this not the most ZackGoes thing ever? Like, dude, you are just so built
Dude, just had a great time.
for doing these shows, bro. You're just so entertaining.
Yeah, and before the show, like throughout the whole thing, they do there's like a 2-hour beforehand, and everyone they'd announce like, oh, keep in mind, there was a gorilla that escaped from the local zoo, keep your eye out for
Oh,
him.
got it.
Just to hype it up. So I come out and I get on the dirt bike, and then the guy goes, wait a second, I know that gorilla. That's King Kong Knievel, the world's only gorilla motorcycle jumping gorilla. So ride that around a little bit, do some wheelies. I grab a banana, like these giant inflatable bananas.
Yeah.
And I'd hold it like while wheeling, but then eventually use them to jump. Yeah, there's wheeling with
What's
it.
that?
And we literally had like a 2x4 and it's the smallest jump. So the whole shtick is like you go around, you'd skip till I jump the first banana. You jump one banana, grab the next one.
Oh, like how many bananas you can jump?
Yeah, we're trying to
my
set the
God.
world record. So we get to 2 bananas, get
going.
that. But then I'll tell you what, dude, 3 bananas is tricky. So you could play it up here, and this is like the height of it.
Zach, you're a wheelier, but I don't think I've ever seen you actually jump.
That's
Yeah.
not true, bro. Last
Now
time
that
I
I
was
think
here, I
about it.
smoked you on the pit bike track.
I don't remember that.
I do remember that actually. Yeah.
So on the 3rd jump, I just wipe out.
On purpose?
Yeah. Yeah, and I thought I'd figure out a way in my head, all right, it'd be good to ditch the bike. And every time I just wung it every time. So they're all a little different. Get up, got to hit the chest. This is like a Father's Day weekend show. This wasn't last year. This was like a little bit over a year ago. And I came back this year, and everyone kept, oh, is a gorilla coming? Like everyone, all the kids were asking.
That's hilarious.
That's awesome.
There's another one of the crashes.
That's what it looked like when I was trying to wheelie your Grom.
Dude, you lost it. Actually did look like that.
Remember that?
Yeah, dude.
Classic clip.
That is a classic clip. Chasing it down the road.
I guess really the only time I ever remember you jumping was when you sent that jump at Cody's gravel pit.
Oh,
Yeah. No, I
Oh,
jumped
shit.
over it. Well, I mean, I did quite a few jumps, but then the one I ditched it and went over.
Yeah.
Went pretty well, actually,
remember that.
considering.
Zach
remember
goes
that one.
flying.
Yeah, it's like ZackGoes, and it's like cross out flies. That was the thumbnail you
Yeah.
guys used. Killer.
Last time Zach was here, we were riding 3-wheelers around and ripping the roads, but we were just parked at the end of the road. Remember that cop pulled up on us?
Oh,
Yeah.
And then Zach's filmer Kip goes, run, 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 run. And we were
He
like,
was fully face masked up.
We were
face
like,
masked like he was riding
bro,
Philly.
what do you mean run? We're gonna run and he's gonna just drive straight to our shop and just be like, how'd you think that was gonna end? And I just remember Kip was pissed at us for the rest of the time you guys were there because he was like, guys, such pussies, didn't run.
Yeah, no, he was like pissed that he got like he didn't get a ticket though. He just got a warning.
They took down our names and stuff. So I think that
nothing even came of it for us either though.
Yeah,
that was interesting.
Yeah, I have all that footage too. We didn't post any of that.
I remember when we made Kip and Mike race.
Oh yeah, foot race.
They raced on foot. They did a foot sprint race.
Kip had to have won, right?
Yeah, he did because then Mike had to do the water
hovercraft.
The hovercraft, water, and flour. Remember that?
Then he threw up. That was so fun.
Yeah, and then he threw up.
Yeah, after you got me first.
Yeah, we got you with that. Dude, that was so fun.
That was such a good prank, dude. I was like not expecting it at all.
Oh yeah, what? You were just standing behind it or what?
So like the fan from the hovercraft.
Yeah,
it was blown.
Dude, I think you set me up with it.
Okay, I can see.
It was like, yo,
no,
there was a fan, and you're like, yo, dude, we want to get some like sick videos of you in these goggles, and we're gonna like have your hair blowing in the wind. And I'm like, all right, and like I put them on or whatever, and then you just fucking hit it.
Yeah. 5 gallons of water.
That's
and
the one thing.
Bag of flour.
I gotta be careful because you guys like to be up to things. I remember the first time I was here, Ben convinced me there were sharks in the lake. And I didn't know, dude.
Did he call them lake sharks? Because he loves doing that
He
to
probably
people that
did,
are
yeah.
around here.
Yeah, he believed it too.
Yeah, I remember. Dude,
it hasn't stopped, dude.
Remember that time you took a shit while barefooting?
I was gonna say that
was wild. Did we ever show that?
No, we didn't.
That
I didn't
was insane.
I was thinking about bringing that up, and I don't know if I want that in
That
there.
was crazy.
Well, because the day before, me and Bangin had the Carolina Reapers.
Oh, we were in our hot sauce era.
That's not good.
So then the next day we're on the boat and we're barefoot, and I'm like, man, I kind of gotta go. Like my stomach's going, and I was like, I just thought of the best idea. So at first the boys just thought I was mooning them, and I don't know if you guys, I might have the clip somewhere, and it's just like
there's HD footage of it.
It's just like a mist.
Yeah, we were going fast, man.
Yeah, like 50.
Yeah, it was my first day barefooting, dude.
So, do you ever talk to John, your filmer, anymore?
Yeah, dude, we're still homies.
Really? Hell yeah. So
Yeah.
where do you stay now? Do you live still in
Same
Philly?
spot, Westchester. Yeah.
Westchester.
Yeah, I've never said that, but there you go.
No.
Really?
Do you ever see Bam Margera anymore? Or no?
Yeah, I've seen him ripping around. I got a picture of him when he was with his Lambo. Like he signed my skateboard when I was like 6 at Fairman's, the local skate shop, and his barn is there like for skating.
Yeah.
And I know some guys that were sponsored by Fairman's. It closed down a year and a half ago, which sucks. But no, so I'll get in there for once in a while, and I've never seen him there when I'm skating, but I think he's home right now actually. So
Like Bamland?
it's Castle Bam.
Yeah,
Castle Bam?
Yep, it's where they shot like a lot of CKY stuff, some Jackass stuff too, and yeah, it's sick
Viva
there.
Bam, yeah.
Yeah.
Zach was like our first friend that when he'd show up, you don't know what he's going to do. And now it's wild to think about because every single friend that we have is exactly like that.
Dude, it's a breed.
But back in the day, we were like, "Oh my gosh, this is stressful. You don't know what's gonna happen when Zach's here." And now it's just like it's part of the fun of like when our friends show up. It's just like, "Hey, Dalton, just be ready with the camera 'cause we don't know what he's about to do." That's how Gavin is now.
You remember when you swapped our YouTube plaques?
I was gonna bring that up.
gosh.
I had a question about that. I mean, so for people who haven't heard the story, this is when I was like moving out to California, and we both had at least 100,000 subscribers. It was the old style plaque. That's the new style.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's on the wall over there.
Yeah, and I remember I was like, dude, it'd be so funny if I just like switched ours and took theirs. And I was gonna wait for you guys to notice, but I got like too excited. And like I think a couple days later, I FaceTime like, yo, I got your plaque, and you guys were like, what the fuck? Like, I figured it's kind of fucked up, but I left mine. So like, but when I got mine back, did you guys open it up and swipe the play button around? Because the arrow is backwards.
Yeah.
I think we did. Yeah, I think we did.
I looked at it and I never asked you guys, but I was like, man, who the fuck did this? This is so
I wonder
weird.
if we like wrote on it or something. We might have done something on the back
I think
of
we
it.
put something on the back side of it.
Did you? I got to open it up and see what's there. Because I got it back and I remember thinking, oh, that's kind of weird. And like this year I looked at it like, I need to ask them because they did something to this thing.
Yeah, I think we drew on the back of it.
We did something. Yeah, we
You might
wrote
have to pop
something
it
on
open when you get home.
Yeah,
If it's
yeah.
before this
Have to.
podcast goes live, we'll pop up a picture of it.
I'll be
if
lucky.
there is something.
I'll be lucky to be home in a week. I got a trip in front of me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just came back.
Oh,
I'm trying to find I remember just some random dude having our plaque and seeing it on like online. I can't believe we got that thing back.
Someone
I
had
think
our
John
plaque?
ended up mailing it back to us.
Yeah,
didn't
no,
he?
we definitely mailed it back.
Yeah, that was funny though.
Or what if I called you or if I posted like, I got the C-Boys plaque or like something. I don't even remember.
We're pretty proud of that thing too. You know,
That's
like
all
that
we
was
had.
the only achievement out of all the hard work we'd put in because we weren't making hardly enough money to survive. And we just had this one silver plaque. That was like the only thing that said you are a YouTuber.
Yeah.
And we're like, damn, now it's gone.
And then ZackGoes just stole it.
Just took it.
Yeah, I left.
Slept on our couch for 3 weeks and then just stole our YouTube flag and left.
Oh man.
So like after you stopped posting on YouTube, you mentioned like you still had the YouTube ad rev coming in. Then so like what did you eventually have to do though?
So
What did you end up doing for money? I guess.
So I was at like the pizza spot, but that was kind of just like to do something. Like I just can't do nothing. And then John actually started working at a local sports bar, and he was like, "Yo, come here, dude. They're asking me if my friends want to come, making pretty good money." I was like, "Screw it, dude. I'll do that." So I was serving, and pretty soon I was bartending. So I bartended there for about 2 years, and it was a great time. Learned a lot, and I figured out the most valuable part about bartending isn't the money. It's the connections. It's a good sports bar, but it was in like kind of like more of a corporate area. So I met all kinds of different like people. Like I figured out like one guy who I was talking to was like the owners of the whole thing, and I got good friends with him. That's how I got the whole monster truck gig was with KSR
Really?
Motorsports. As he was a regular, he'd come in and I asked him like, "Yo, what's your shirt?" He's like, "Oh, you know, I throw monster truck shows, this," and I started talking to him. I showed him the videos. He's like, "Dude, we gotta get you in the show." So now he had me working on the monster trucks. Now I'm driving just like the ride trucks, but I'm hoping that'll like move up to eventually crushing cars and doing jumps.
Driving the monster truck.
Yep. Yeah. No,
See you being good at that.
yeah, it was a great time. And it was funny. I like had to go right from, it was like my girl's birthday and they were having like a whole dinner. So I went right from there to in my van, and I'm driving my van. And I'm like, oh shit, I got a flat tire, and I go out and everything was fine. But I was just used to being so up.
Yeah.
And usually the van's the biggest thing I drive. It just felt so small, which was,
So you enjoy the work that you're doing now more than being a YouTuber?
yeah. You can't beat the traveling and the just doing ridiculous things, and all that stuff is fun. But as a whole big picture, yeah, I'm definitely happier doing what I'm doing now. And like it's I'm not even bartending anymore. I might go back, get some shifts here and there, but I'm doing some social media stuff for some random companies. I'm doing the monster truck shows. Like I'm just kind of doing whatever.
Can you talk about this trip that you're on? You're gone, you said, for a few weeks?
Yeah, no, we're just me and Dylan, we're ripping around, and just we started in Pennsylvania, came all the way out here, and then we're gonna go back. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
I think it's pretty crazy, I guess, for you to say that, because so many people probably think that, you know, being a YouTuber is like the dream, right?
Yeah.
But then you kind of just unveil behind the curtains of like, you know, what it does to you mentally. And
It does. Yeah, no, you get burned out easy, and if you just, it's like I said, it's super hard to do, and you need to have that fire, that why, that like this is like the end goal where I'm going. That's what I want, and I'm willing to, you know, outwork everything, outdo anything, and give you that extra reason to push through when you might get frustrated. You need that, and when you lose that, it's real hard to do.
so what's next?
You know, I'm focusing on something pretty exciting. I'm keeping it off the internet for now, but say I'm in some sort of education, and I'm hoping that that'll lead me to going to new heights. So I really want to post stuff about it, but I'm gonna wait until I'm like done at a certain level and just keep on ripping.
That's exciting, dude.
Yeah.
Well, bro, I mean, we're super stoked for you. We're happy for you.
Yep.
And
Well, I think I had a couple things I want to talk
Yeah,
about.
let's
Yeah.
I had the YouTube plaque, the barefooting, and then one thing is like when I used to come up here, and I always heard about this guy. His name was Evan. It's like, yo, Evan, this guy, he wheelies a mile. You guys were talking shit. You said he could wheelie longer than I could.
We were probably just trying to.
But now that he's here, dude,
he might have.
we might need to do a battle.
Oh,
And I'm
for distance
well, that's
or stunts.
Well, we could do like a game of bike and or a distance. And I think here's the thing: I'm pretty washed up right now. I'm not riding a ton.
I don't think you
Well,
know
so
what
is
washed
Ev.
up means, brother.
So is Ev.
No, so it sounds like pretty fair.
Dude, yeah, I think I might have a slight chance at the distance. Your stunts are nasty, but I'm down for whatever you want to do, dude.
Let's do it, man.
Shred something
yeah.
up.
Well, thanks for having me, guys. Once again, it's been great knowing you and seeing the evolution, and I'm happy for you guys. I really am.
We're
Thank
happy
you, bro.
for
We're happy
too,
for you,
man.
too.
We're happy for you too.
Happy that we can finally make it happen.
Do this
Absolutely.
too. Finally do this. Well, hey, everyone, should I direct them to your Instagrams and
Yeah,
YouTube,
sure.
everything? ZackGoes,
Yep.
Instagram, YouTube. Go watch his vids. and follow him on Instagram.
Yeah, I'll post up the schedule of shows I'm going to too, so people want to come see.
If you ever want to go see him live, go do that. So yeah, we post podcasts every Tuesday. Hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys so much.
Later, brother.